What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Modern Warfare Remastered video here today on the channel. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It is another episode of the 5 things that changed here on the channel. This one is going to deal with Modern Warfare Remastered, but more specifically the multiplayer. We've been focusing the past couple of weeks on the campaign aspect, but now that the game is in its full release, it's in something that we can play now as a community. It is something that I want to take a look at in a little bit more fine detail and show you guys a little bit more of the changes that we've not covered yet here up on the channel. So that said, dealing with the multiplayer side, if you guys do enjoy this, make sure you drop a like down below. If you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with everything Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare. We do these 5 things episodes every Tuesday and Thursday, so if you guys do enjoy it, make sure you stick around for even more. But that said, let's talk about our 5 changes. Obviously, there's a lot of things that have changed over the years, over the near decade since COD 4 was in its prime, and we had pretty much state-of-the-art stuff back then in terms of Call of Duty features. The first change I want to talk about here is probably one that you guys might notice right away in terms of features, and it's one that has been there since COD XP. I got to play with it, got to get some footage of it for you guys when I was out in LA playing the game early, but it is a feature that I think is a very awesome addition here, and I'm very happy that it's in there. It doesn't really do much in terms of changing the gameplay mechanics or anything like that, but it is a fun little feature to add in on that. That is the ability to inspect your weapons in Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, if you guys do know where this comes from, it comes primarily from the game CSGO. There are other games that have weapon animations that allow you to inspect the weapons, but this is what it was primarily from. That was what the inspiration was for it, and as a result, you might recognize it and it may seem familiar to you. But this is just a short little simple animation that allows you to take a look at your weapon, the stock, the barrel, and take a look and inspect it a little bit and show off some of the camos. I think that was primarily why they wanted to do it, was to showcase these brand new camos that came over into the multiplayer aspect. As you guys know, there were not a huge choice of camos back in COD 4, but we do have about double, if not more than double now, with the addition of extra camos in Modern Warfare Remastered. Each weapon has their own, slightly different to other ones, some more so similar to it, but it is pretty much categorical in terms of the weapon loadout, say assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, things like that. You'll notice some patterns here within those, but overall it's a fun little addition here that was added into the game. But number 2 today is going to be the challenge listings in the camo menu. We're talking about new added camos here within Modern Warfare Remastered, and as a result, we got a little bit of a redesign on the camo selection of each weapon and what camos you can place on it. So as you guys know, there are the different camos that were added in that include Red Tiger, Dragon Skin, OD Green, Flat Dark Earth, Winter Tiger, Nickel Plated, Neon Tiger, Gold, and then Regal Camo. Those are the ones that were added on top of the ones that were already in the camo selection back in COD 4. So we do have a bunch more, but along with these, also if you're going to select what camo you want to put on your weapon, it also gives you the ability to see what challenge is needed to be completed to earn that camo. Now, we did have the ability to see what challenge needed to be completed, but the addition here and the change that was then made in Modern Warfare Remastered was off to the side, it actually has the challenge listed for you guys. So, for example, gold is to complete all camo challenges for a specific weapon. Whereas previously you would only have, say, complete the expert challenge for this weapon, it didn't give you the actual needed kills or headshots or anything like that. This gives you a specific example of what you need and gives you exactly what you need with a real-time progression bar that adds in on top of it. So, it saves you the trouble of having to go search for that challenge. It saves you the trouble of having to go quickly find the challenge in, say, a pre-game lobby, because a lot of people would just look for these camos, see their progression in a lobby, so you didn't have too much time. But now it saves you that. It all puts it into one simple location whenever you're trying to find out what this is. So that, I think, is a brilliant change here with this, and again, though not groundbreaking, definitely is very useful. Now, the third change here with this one is one that I'm quite fond of. It's something that is very minuscule in terms of design change, but also is very helpful whenever you're trying to figure out what you're doing in game, perhaps. A lot of the times, if you're on a kill streak, you might not often notice what kill you're on unless the medal pops up in the increments of 5. This now is something you don't have to worry about in Modern Warfare Remastered, and honestly, I wish this would have been something that has been implemented in every single Call of Duty. I love it that much. There is a Killstreak Counter in the bottom right, or rather center right, just slightly there out of the center of your HUD, where it has the kill streak that you are on, and it showcases it real time once again. You don't need to wait for a single medal to come up and tell you which one you're on, so like say a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and therefore afterwards is just unstoppable, but instead, you can take a look at it right right on your HUD and see your real-time kill streak without having to wonder what it would be. This previously was not in COD 4 and really, once again, previously was not in any COD, so I really wish this was something that was the basis of how the HUD worked. I would love to see this in every single Call of Duty, but it is very innovative here with this and certainly adds a brand new dynamic to how you play the multiplayer, but also is just a nice little sleek design change that doesn't take away from anything of the focal point of the matches, doesn't really add too much in terms of the way of the HUD, so it's not anything that gets too distracting, but definitely something that I think is a beautiful and absolutely fantastic addition here with this. So though it is a change, I really love this one. It's one that I definitely advocate for and I would definitely love to see come forward into other Call of Duty titles therefore afterwards, say into next year or maybe even in the future titles further on down the line. But that is going to be the third change. Number 4 here with this one is going to deal a little bit with the combat record, how you view your stats as a player overall. Not just say in-game stats like when you finish a match, but rather your stats as a whole. Previously in COD 4 it was rather bland. You didn't really have too much to go off of. Basically when you entered the barracks you had your right hand column that would give you all kinds of different stats, your kills, your deaths, your assists, all that good stuff, and that was something that we saw for a couple of years previously afterwards from COD 4. It was something that became almost a norm but then changed in recent years and for the better I believe here once again with this. Definitely it is something that though it does display everything you need to know, it is very simple. It doesn't give you too much of an in-depth look at how you play as a player, your progression, or anything like that. But in Modern Warfare Remastered, this has been changed from the original COD 4 version, and it gives you a much more up-to-date version of your barracks as well as your combat record as a whole. There is a full-fledged combat record for Modern Warfare Remastered, very similar to what we've seen in previous years, Advanced Warfare Black Ops 3, and it makes it a lot more uniform, a lot more centralized in terms of stats, and gives you a lot broader of a perspective to be able to look at yourself as a player and reflect back on some of your achievements, some where you could use some improvement, things like that. But the combat record overall as a whole gives you a broad perspective and a little general sense of each weapon as a breakdown and a whole, individually giving you the ability to see your accuracy, your kill death ratio, the amount of kills, all that kind of stuff. Then it has all your equipment, all your kill streaks, all your game modes, and the stats there within all of those as well too. So it's a very cool breakdown that gives you once again a much better look at yourself as a player, and then additionally it just gives you a little more of an understanding as to how you play the game overall. So it's something that I think is once again a very cool change, not very much so needed per se in terms of how you want to look at it if it were to be something that was absolutely necessary to add in, but definitely a very nice change here with this one. The fifth and final change here with this one deals with prestiging and is one that I'm sure a lot of you guys may notice, especially right off the bat once you start to get right into it here. Modern Warfare Remastered still has a lot of time left before somebody reaches Master Prestige. Somebody did it with Infinite Warfare, but I don't believe anybody was doing a hardcore race. Maybe some of the old school race guys were doing it. I can't say that I've kept up with that, but Modern Warfare Remastered Master Prestige is something that is going to be a little bit tougher to achieve because, well, there are more prestiges in Modern Warfare Remastered than that of Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare only has 10 prestiges at the very moment. We might see some more stuff coming here with this as that is still on the lower end of the multiplayer progression system that we've seen previously. 10 prestiges and only 55 levels each is something that is undebatably a little bit low compared to Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, but Modern Warfare Remastered has 20 prestiges here with this. The first of them are exactly the same. That is something that you can take a look at. They're carbon copies of the icons and all that kind of stuff, just brought up for current generation, but they instead, after the 10, this is where the whole system changes up. There is another 10 additionally on after that with brand new icons, ones that we've never seen before in Modern Warfare and are made just for this game in its entirety. So that said, there are 20 prestiges, same leveling system and all that kind of stuff as COD 4, but just take all of that and double it, and then you have your prestige system within Modern Warfare Remastered instead of the initial and original in COD 4. So it's something that I'm not entirely sure how you may feel about it. I know definitely it will take a little bit longer to grind out to get to max prestige if you so do so. Whether or not people actually stick to it here with this one, whether they get bored or something like that because they've already done this exact same thing before, I don't know. Some people may in time love this, some may in time hate this. I guess it's relative to what we'll see here as we go on in the near future. But the system has changed. There is a lot more to do and a lot more to keep people engaged, and definitely I think is a nice little thing here with this. Though it can seem a little bit frustrating to rank up that many times, it does give you a lot to do this year in terms of COD. You have Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, both 10 prestiges and then 20 prestiges respectively, so there is a lot of COD to play. But regardless, that's where we're going to wrap it up here with this one. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. That has been 5 changes within Modern Warfare Remastered, some of which I'm kind of surprised we didn't cover already here, but regardless, it is here out on the table now for you guys. Leave your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Of these 5 changes, which one was your favorites? My personal favorite probably was the Killstreak Counter and or the Inspect animations that come along with every single weapon now. I love both those features, and I'm super happy that they did get added into Modern Warfare Remastered. But overall, hopefully you guys did enjoy. I had a ton of fun with this one. Modern Warfare Remastered 5 things videos are my absolute favorite to make, so hopefully you guys are enjoying them. If you guys do, make sure you drop a like down below, and if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with everything Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. Once again, we got Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare 5 things that change episodes going live every Tuesday and Thursday respectively, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that, and so you guys are in the loop with everything we do here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Mine's been Nikolai Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.